Okay, please welcome my host, Mohammed Steinberg.
Mohammed Steinberg, ladies and gentlemen. I play both sides of the fence.
Steinberg.
I love all people. I love all peoples, whether they're Jews or Arabs.
Got back from the motherland,
dude.
Did
10
you
days.
Kiss some rings.
10 days in Israel is too long. 10 days with your family is too long.
Did they reprogram you? You're getting a little squirrely on this show.
No, I when you go to Israel, you cannot help but to be surrounded by Jews and Arabs.
Yes.
If you do it right,
yes.
You can't help but to understand both
sides. That's like saying, you go to Brooklyn, you're surrounded by Italians and Puerto Ricans. It's just, that's what's there.
Well, Israel is such a smorgasbord of things. It is the deeply religious. It is the not religious at all. It's people that worship God only, money only, power only. It's a country perpetually at war. Grievances, yet despite all odds, Muslims and Jews work together.
Well,
you see them together.
It's very interesting, Brian, because we got to hear your experience over there, which was a really great conversation. And I was listening to it and I was like, it's like there's so much of like, what is the news telling me? And is it telling me the truth, or is it trying to create a narrative in my head? Yeah. And you're like, the waiters are hot Israelis and the cooks are Muslims. And it's like, it sounds like, there's a street in LA where one side's little Filipino town and the other side's little Armenia.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's some Filipino Armenians.
So you go to the King David Hotel, the most famous hotel in the world, arguably, certainly the most, when you go to the King David, if you're anybody, whether you're Bruce Springsteen, the King of Jordan, or the President of the United States.
How about the guy from Napoleon Dynamite?
That guy doesn't.
John
That's
Heater.
it. John Heater. Whoever you are, whoever you are, you stay at the King David Hotel.
Okay.
If you're in Jerusalem, that's where the elite of the elite stay. What's fucking amazing is that when you go to breakfast, you go to lunch or dinner, everybody working behind the desk and in the cafeteria is Palestinian.
Japanese.
They're Palestinian. They're all Palestinian, Arab, Israeli citizens.
Yes.
Which is fucking bizarre.
Right.
The cook is Jewish. He's got payas that he's tucked under his thing. And I asked the guy, I go, you guys all work together. He goes, we're all family here. Okay. We don't talk politics. We don't talk about this shit. Now, there are Palestinians living in Israel. There are Palestinians also living in the West Bank behind a wall. Can't get out without a permit. It's fucking crazy all the time. Clashes over there, that's fine. Somebody dies, somebody else dies. Moving on.
It's got to be it's just got to be the extremes that are shown to us all the time. Not that it's not happening.
Oh, dude.
It's like, it's again, going back to that time I was in Portland and they were making it seem like Portland was on fire.
Yeah.
And you get there, it's like 70 people in a park.
Yeah. Downtown sucks, but yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I've never felt safer, and yet they were like, they're shooting missiles. No. You don't feel that way. But it's real life going on all the time with you've got a ton of Ukrainians there, you got a ton of Ethiopian Jews, you have a ton of Ethiopian Christians, you have a ton of Muslims, you have from other countries, it's so fucking weird. And
it is weird.
How about this is the craziest part. Here, everybody should know this. By the way, let's get into Jordan. Let's get into fucking before we get into Jordan.
I love his sneakers. I can't believe they're still making them.
These are my on clouds.
Oh.
I don't want to talk about that. Before we get into so why Jerusalem? Why is Jerusalem the home of Islam, Christianity, and Judaism? But let's start with Judaism. You can't talk about any Islam or Christianity without talking about Judaism, the Old Testament. Why is the most holy, what is and where is the most holy part of Jerusalem, and why Jerusalem, and why Judaism there?
I mean, isn't this around where all the Anunnaki came down and made love to women
Anunnaki built the tabernacle?
Yeah,
okay, guys,
right. No, and this is where the fallen came and mated, created.
No, go back to the Bible, please. Go back to the old stories of the Bible.
Okay,
it is where God said to Abraham, Abraham, as a test of faith, sacrifice your only son to me. Sacrifice Isaac, your oldest son, to me. Because he had Isaac and he had Ishmael, I think. Now, listen to this. As he goes, I believe I'm that faithful to you, God. He brings his son. He says, son, lie down. His son goes, why? What's going on? He pulls out a knife. He's about to kill his own son to show his subservience to God. And at the last minute, God says, stop. I trust you. That was the ultimate act of faith.
God loves to do heat checks all the time, bro.
Right?
God loves heat checks.
Think about how sick this is.
Yeah.
On that mound, that mountain, on that spot is where the first Jewish temple was built.
Yes.
Okay?
Right.
Now.
Does it have a gift shop?
It does.
Or was it little stuffed animals?
So you know the Wailing Wall? You know the Wailing Wall? The Wailing Wall where they pray at the wall?
Yeah.
That's a wall, that's all that's left of the original temple. Because it kept getting torn down by the Babylonians, by the Assyrians, by the Persians, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Ottomans come in. The Ottomans, the Turks.
Oh, yeah.
They kick all the Jews out.
Oh.
And they go, this is now an Arabic Muslim place. What do they do on the most holy, the temple, where the temple was, where the Jewish temple was? It was built twice. What do they put there?
Hookah bar.
The gift shop.
They don't put good. You guys are good. I'm glad you guys have been paying attention to everything that goes on in the world.
Yeah.
They put the Dome of the Rock on it. They put the most holy site of Islam where Jews are not allowed to go, but that's where Abraham sacrificed his son Isaac. But in the Quran it says it didn't sacrifice Isaac, it was Ishmael. Ishmael was the son Abraham had, not with Sarah, his wife, but with his Egyptian nanny, his Egyptian maid.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So when you say you're an Abraham
slinging dick.
And Ishmael had to go off. He went off with his he was a bastard with his mother. That formed the Arab nations.
So he pulled an Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yes, that formed the Arab nations. Isaac
Hold on.
the Jewish nations.
Arabs are from the side bitch?
Yes.
Damn,
and
bro.
in the Quran it says Abraham was asked by God to sacrifice not Isaac, but Ishmael.
And where else have we heard this story? Hitler. Yes,
What?
the Rothschilds. He banged his maid, had Hitler's dad, and Hitler's dad had Hitler.
Pay attention.
Duh,
You see how biblical stories repeat themselves?
Yes, bro. Yes.
It's fascinating. Who were the first after Adam and Eve? Who did they have? Who were their children?
Canaanites.
Cain and Abel.
Oh man, it's such a crazy ass.
Think about the foundation of Western society starts with this: Cain and Abel, two brothers. Why does Cain kill Abel? This is the first. The first fucking story.
Too?
The first story. The first humans. Are two brothers.
Yeah.
One is jealous of the other one and kills him. He's jealous and kills him.
Do you have a brother?
He's jealous. No. But he kills
his brother.
He's
younger, and I realized he had a bigger dick, and it very much upset me.
It did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I'm the older brother. I should have the bigger dick.
Yeah.
I knew a guy who had brothers who were all over 6 feet tall, and he was 5'7", and all his brothers were star football players, and he wasn't. And he walked around with his shirt tucked in so tight to his fucking pants and never, ever was out of the gym. And he tried to grow from east to west, but even then that didn't work. The poor guy. And he wore his hair short and to the side. You know that kind of guy with straight
flock
blonde
of seagulls?
Hair? Yeah, he wore it was real conservative. Like he wore it like to the side. He combed it every day. Like, where he would just comb it every day. He probably has a car now and he keeps a car cover on it. You know that guy who's super buttoned down, who's so buttoned down that he might fucking lose his shit forever because he didn't go past 5'7". Do you know what that disaster that is to have 4 of your other brothers towering over you and they can eat peanuts off your head and they torture the fuck out of you?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it either makes you or it
hold
breaks
on, let's
you.
get into this. How many sons did Abraham have? 3,
2,
right? No,
2.
he had 3.
2, Bubba, 2.
Somebody said 3.
No, 2. Look it up.
Isaac, Ishmael, and then another guy.
Yeah. He had 3.
I don't think so. I think it was just Isaac and
No,
Ishmael.
dude, it's 3.
But you know, they say the seed of every great city is a brother killing another brother.
Dude, if I had $1
So
for
how
every
about this?
time I've heard that.
I went to Petra. Look up Petra. Show that it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. It was
Petra?
discovered in 1812 by a Swiss archaeologist. Nobody knew it.
By
It
the
was-
way, you know I don't trust any of the Swiss, right?
well, look at but you got to see Petra. That's nothing. They carved these tombs into stone. But show the wider area of Petra.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
know
that.
that's what they think Tartaria stuff is.
Well, show that picture there. Bubba, I found a Bedouin. So the Jordanian government supports the indigenous peoples, the people that live off their camels. They support them. So you'll be out in the Jordanian desert, dude, which is like, it's like literally just that red sand and stones like that in the middle of, and you'll see one man or one woman with a bunch of camels or goats living off the land. You can put those people out in that forbidden, like this most forbidding place. They know where all the wells are, all the natural springs are. They live off of camel milk, goat milk, dates, and bread to this day. That's it.
Damn.
And
Brian, would you
live on
rather
their
live
horses.
in that or a studio apartment in Hollywood?
It's
Which
the
one would
wrong
you
time to
rather?
ask me because I think, and I really mean this, I really mean it. I might live as a Bedouin.
What?
I got on a horse. I was there. I've been with my family. I love my family, but I was feeling claustrophobic, not because of them, just because of everything. And I saw a Bedouin with a horse, and they were taking tourists on the horse, but they would walk the horse. They'd hold the horse. And I said to him, I want to ride with you. Can you give me a horse that I can actually ride? And he said, no problem. He put me on his horse. Now, the horse was way feistier than I thought.
Okay.
I can ride. It's been too long. I don't know how to ride. That horse started riding me, and it was doing whatever it wanted.
There's
Next thing I
movies
know-
out there with
dude.
that.
The next thing I know, I'm galloping in the middle of nowhere
By yourself?
with him. He took video, and I still am waiting for him to take it. I'm galloping. I almost fell off 3 times, and it would have been so bad because I would have fallen on bad rock. But I'm in the middle of nowhere, riding with him. I mean, talking about galloping, cantering. In the most pristine, beautiful God. It's where God was invented. I mean monotheism. You know why monotheism came from that area? Because because there's nothing there. Jackals, wild goats, eagles, and silence and wind.
Why do you do a jackal sound effect? I'd love to hear that.
Snake, bro. Did I eat in a Bedouin's tent? The answer is yes. Did I have the best lamb I've ever had and chicken I've ever had because it was wild there? Yes. Did I have the best rice I've ever had? Yes. Sam.
Yes.
Are camels or horses smarter?
Well, I'm going to say camels
Yeah.
because I believe it's horses.
Camels. Far smarter. You know how attached they get to their owner?
How attached?
And Sam, do me a favor if you ever tend to a camel. If it's a male, never hit it. Never hit it. Never treat it poorly.
Why would I do that?
Okay, because people do, and here's why, Sam. Camels hold a grudge. They will never forget you. And sometimes people are dumb enough to sleep next to a male camel.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
And it gets weird?
No, it kills you. They kill you.
How did they kill you?
Okay, I'm
If
glad
you treat
asked.
it bad or just in general?
They
kill
get
it?
up and they
you
kneel on
slide
you.
it?
They kneel on you. They start slamming you with their yeah. They slam you with their fucking elbows, and you get fucking grounded and pounded until you die.
They
And that's-
Tito Ortiz you?
So watch this. You own a male camel. You hit it when you were a kid. You gave it a beating when you were a kid. You hit it, or you just treated it a little bit unfairly once. 10 years later, you're 20. You were 10. You're 20 now. 10 years later, you're sleeping next to him. You just relax. It's hot. You're leaning against him. And he kills you because of that fucking time you whipped him a little too hard. He didn't like it. And he fucking kills you.
So camels
Sam-
play the long game.
Long game, bro.